this is how we're going to split it this time, okay? I'm going to keep the $3,000, and you can go ahead and keep that noose you can't stop fucking talking about. And Tuco's like, you fucking son of a bitch, you can't leave me out here. Bonnie's just like, yeah, I can. And he fucking rides off. Dude's like, no, cut me loose. Cut me loose. Hello, I just wanted to thank you for clicking on my video, and I wanted to let you know not only do I create content on my YouTube channel here, Class in a Glass, but I'm also on Twitch where I play single-player games, multiplayer games. I do movie reviews, cartoon reviews, and a whole bunch of other stuff. Also, it would be a big help if you can check out my Patreon, where you can gain access to audio commentaries, reactions, and the ability to submit questions for my podcasts and videocasts. And all that content can be found in the links below. In the meantime, enjoy the video. Let's go ahead and get into the nitty-gritty details, chat. We are starting out. It is the year 1862. We're in the middle of the American Civil War, chat, and we got the Southerners. They're on the run, chat. The Union, those Yankees, they're coming for the Southerners. But that's just the backdrop, chat. That's just the backdrop because we are focusing on three central characters, chat. The good, the bad, and the ugly. But we're going to showcase them out of order. They're going to be out of order, which is weird. That's how we're going to do it, though. And so the film opens up, Jen. You know instantly it's a Sergio Leone Western because he takes his fucking time. Sergio Leone, he's a master when it comes to cinematography, chat, and he's like, listen, you're going to look at this fucking shit, okay? I spent all this time scoping up all these hills and desert terrain and what have you. We're going to fucking spend our time looking at it, okay? While you have an incredible score. An absolute incredible score composed by Ennio Morricone, chat, who has done so many great works. But I think this is probably his most recognizable work, chat. I mean, Ecstasy of Gold, especially when it's coming in there at the end. Absolutely incredible, chat. Referenced in so many films outside of Westerns to this day. And a lot of films have taken from The Good, the Ugly, chat, either parodied it or honored it in some capacity. But we're opening up, chat. We see these three gunmen who are coming from different directions on this very, very small outpost or town, chat. It's only got a couple buildings. It looks like just for like travelers to stop by for a night, you know, have a goddamn drink, eat some food, chat, and bed one of the whores, and then heading on off, chat. But they're here for a reason. And so you see these three guys, chat. They got their fucking pistols out and they're ready to go in this saloon because they're gonna start fucking shooting. It's like, holy shit, who are they after? And they go in there, chat, and bah, boom, biff, and they started blasting, chat, like Danny DeVito. They started blasting, chat, and it's like, oh boy. They probably got that guy, chat, but no, because all of a sudden, little Eli Wallach goes, bah, and he bursts out of the goddamn window. And he takes off, chat. And we're introduced to Eli Wallach, chat, Tuco, and with, like, right underneath him, chat, right underneath his tummy, the bad. So, or no, what is he? No, he is the ugly, chat. He is the ugly in question. He is the ugly of the film. And so I was like, oh, wow, shit. And so then he jumps on a goddamn pony, chat, and he takes off. Meanwhile, the one guy, he tries to walk out of the fucking bar, but his arm's all fucked up. He's like, ah! But he fucking falls down. And you see the other two guys, they've all been shot in the face, chat, and they are dead. No one's getting up. They are definitely not getting up. Meanwhile, chat, we cut to a small Mexican child, chat, or at least it's an Italian child pretending to be Mexican. And he's on the donkey, chat. I don't know what he's doing on the donkey. There's like a weird well thing. They're getting water out. I'm not sure. It's not explained what he's doing on this donkey, chat, but we'll let it go ahead and let him be on the donkey. But oh no, he notices a traveler coming up, chat. He's like, that's not good. Usually when there's people coming by, they want something. So he gets off his water donkey, chat, and he goes into his house, basically his estate. It's a very nice looking home, chat. And he goes to tell his dad that someone is there. And the dad is like, ah, shit, here we go. And then who walks through the fucking front door, chat? Lee Van Cleef himself, who goes by the nickname of Angel Eyes, chat. Funny enough, you really don't know the name of Lee Van Cleef's character. You just call him Angel Eyes. And of course, man, the name, Clint Eastwood's characters, he either goes by the nickname Blondie or whatever. He gets a nickname. Tuco's the only one that actually gets the name of the movie, which is funny. And Lee Van Cleef, chat, funny enough, he was actually very disenfranchised with acting right before Sergio Leone cast him in his second film in the Dollars Trilogy, chat, for a few dollars more. Like, people always confuse that Angel Eyes and the character he plays, a few dollars more, is the same character. It's not. It's two different characters, chat. Especially because of the timelines of this movie. It's not the same person. Yes, they look the same because it's the same actor, but it's not the same guy. Because it would be weird. Especially everything that happened to that character is like, now you're bad? Why? What happened? And so and the thing is, the reason why he was so disenfranchised of acting, chat, despite being a very talented actor, he was always typecast constantly as a villain, chat, because he had those swarthy features. He had that kind of pointed face, chat. He had a large nose. And it's funny enough, like, he actually would have gotten like more roles. Like, I think he did interviews later in his career, and he's saying, like, I would have gotten the lead parts in films, but they always said that we want you to change your appearance, like go under the fucking knife and like get some of your nose off there, but he refused. And then he was always relegated to either the bad guy or the tertiary bad guy in the film, or sometimes no speaking roles. So he was acting for a very long time, but thanks to Sergio Leone, who casted him as a heroic character in the first film, chat. He's like, I get to be a hero? Hell yeah. And for a few dollars more, that kind of changed his career, and then he got his love for acting was reignited thanks to these films that he was featured in. Ooh, chat, hold me gun. Let me go ahead and thank Lo Saffer. Thank you for the follow. You're my new Huckleberry. Apologies, I was just in the middle of my rant talking about the career, briefly talking about the career of Lee Van Cleef. Appreciate you. Oh, but chat. So Lee Van Cleef, he's walking through this goddamn door, and the dad's like, ah, shit, it's Lee Van Cleef, and he's not a good guy. He's like, all right, go tell your mother I'm going to be dead in a few minutes. So that little kid, he gets going, chat. He runs off. The mom's just like, fuck, I'm going to have a dead husbando. It's not good, chat. And I love it, chat, because all this so far is conveyed with no dialogue. Like, I'm adding all this stuff in here. I'm kind of, I'm exaggerating a little bit for your viewing pleasure, chat. But so much of this movie has so little dialogue, chat. Like, Eli Wallach does the most fucking talking. He talks for everybody in the film. And Cleese was just like, I'm just fucking sick of this. I'm tired of you fucking talking. He's in the movie, you can tell he's just exasperated. I think that was real. I think that was Clint Eastwood legitimately being annoyed by Eli Wallach. But Lee Van Cleef, he comes in through the door. The dad, he's sitting down, chat, at the table, and he's like, just points to the table. Lee Van Cleef takes a seat, and they just begin fucking pouring soups and bowls, shit. It's like a peppery soup. It's like filled with orange, and it's like sweet pepper soup, I imagine, sweet pepper soup. And all they do is they just start eating this shit. They're looking at each other and eating the soup again. That's all it is. Until eventually one of them talks. I think the dad breaks the ice. Or no, I think it's Lee Van Cleef. Or no, it is the dad. And he basically says, so what are you doing here? And it's like, I'm on a job right now, sir, and I'm here to complete that job. But I'm looking for a name. I'm looking for a name. A person. The dad's like, oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, it's all about the money and the gold coins, isn't it? Lee Van Cleef's like, wait a minute. Gold coins? What do you mean money? What are you talking about? And he's like, the $200,000 that we have, that was a part of storing away. He's like, wait, what? He's like, oh, shit, you didn't know? Oh, damn it, I fucked it up. I got bamboozled. He got a little too flummoxed, chat, being intimidated by the swarthy features of Lee Van Cleef. And he's like, well, that's very interesting. What can you tell me about that? He's like, all I know is the guy that has it right now. And it's the person whose name I think you want. And he's like, what's his name? It's like, well, he went by the name Jackson for a while. He was named Mr. Jackson, but now he's going by Carter. That's his new name, Bill Carter. That's who you want to find him. And he goes, thank you, appreciate that. And the dad, he goes over to the fucking drawer, chat, and he takes off some money. It's like, here's $500 in paper money, and here's 500 in gold coins. And fucking Lee Van Cleef's like, wow, that's pretty impressive, gold coins. So that's like some of the gold coins from the cash, chat. And he goes, thank you. And because he's kind of expecting, he's like, can you leave me and my family alone? And Lee Van Cleef, he turns his head, he's like, you got a really good-looking family. Yeah. But the thing is, though, man, I'm sorry to say, but when I take on a job, I complete the goddamn job. That's how it's done. And the guy goes, so there's nothing we can do? He's like, no. And he fucking pulls out his gun and shoots him right in the fucking face, and he's dead. Dead dad now. He's dead dad now, chat. And Lee Van Cleef, he's still eating his fucking soup. He's still eating his soup. And then one of the kids, chat, one of the Italian kids playing one of the Mexican children, he comes down. He's like, I'm going to be the hero. And he tries to shoot Lee Van Cleef, chat. Does not work out. Lee Van Cleef still in mid-soup eating mode. It just takes out his gun. Ba-boom! And he kills that Italian child pretending to be a Mexican child, Chad, and he's dead. The mom hears that. She goes, oh, shit, my family's dying. And she runs back there, Chad, and Lee Van Cleef, he takes the gold coins. That's kind of shit. He takes the gold coins, takes the money, and he takes off, Chad. He takes off. The mom's just, oh, God. And she faints, and the little boy's just like, this is not good. This is not good for us. We're not going to be able to keep this place anymore. Meanwhile, Chad, we cut back to Lee Van Cleef. And now he has entered a very it looks like a very smelly looking bedroom, Chad. I just get that sense. Like there's not a lot of air ventilation here, and he's here to meet his client. And this guy, he's fucking, he's sleeping, Chad. There's something, I think he might be sick. He might be a little ill, Chad. And Lee Van Cleef, he just starts fucking with him because he has a lantern, and he just starts messing with the light, going back and forth, back and forth. The guy goes, he's like, hey, how you doing? And he's like, oh, shit, Lee Van Cleef. Hey, so did you do the job? Did you get it? I was like, I killed the shit out of him. He's like, hell yeah, I love it. That's great. I can have your money here. He's like, wait a minute. I also learned, I ascertained some information that pertains to me. So your friend there, he mentioned that Jackson now going by Bill Carter. So congratulations, you now know his actual name. He's like, that's great. Thanks for telling me. Also, he mentioned like $200,000 worth of gold coins. Now I'm interested in that. That's pretty goddamn cool. Do you know where that is? And the guy goes, that's what I'm trying to look for, man. I want that gold. And he's like, shit. Well, great. By the way, before I left, I got the impression, he didn't say directly to me, but I got the impression that when he offered me all this money, basically, $1,000, you pay me $500, but he offered me $1,000 to kill you, right? The guy goes, that's fucking funny. That guy was always a jokester. He goes, yeah. The thing is, though, man, as you know, when I get a job, I complete the job. And the guy goes, oh, God, no. And he fucking takes his pillow chair and boom, 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 just shoots him 3 goddamn times to the fucking pillow chair to muffle the shot. And that guy is dead. And then Lee Van Cleef just goes, and it reads the bad. We got evil laugh, chat. Evil laugh. Anyway. Then we, is it Carson? Whatever. Carson Carter. It starts with a goddamn C. You know what I mean. Bill Carson. That's what it is. Uncle Waldo. Thank you, Uncle Waldo. Carson. No, his name is Carter now. Now I'm just mad. And so he's laughing, Chad. Meanwhile, we cut back to good old Tuco, Chad. He's still riding. He's still riding that pony of his. And but then, Chad, he is accosted. He is stopped because someone shot his pony. It's very mean, Chad. Someone shot the pony, and Tuco, he tries to go for his gun, but he's stopped. The guy goes, you got me, and I got 2 other guys to back me up. You're not going anywhere, Tuco. And it's like, we're gonna collect that $2,000 bounty. And you hear him, Chad. You hear him in the fucking background. You hear him by the when he lights the goddamn match and starts smoking that cigar, chat. Now, what made you think that you're the one to collect that bounty? And there he is, chat, the man with no name himself. Clint Eastwood, chat, also goes by the name of Blondie in this chat. Also went by the name of Joe in some of the other films, Shane. Went by Joe in A Fistful of Dollars. Don't know if he went by anyone else, another name in the sequel. Not sure. I don't recall. But he goes by Blondie here, chat. And Tuco's just like, oh, shit, you guys fucked up. And, Cleese was like, why don't you go ahead and back up? So all these guys start backing up, chat, and they're like, oh, shit, they're getting like their hands ready. There's going to be a little shootout, chat. And Clint Eastwood, he's just taking his time smoking his cigar, chat. He's relaxing. So, Ravi, welcome to stream. Hope you're doing very well. And right when they try to go for their fucking pistol, they're like, ugh! And then Clint Eastwood, he takes out his pistol and just fans them, Chad. Boom, 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 boom. 3 shots. I thought I did an extra one. Maybe extra one for one good measure, Chad. And they all fall down dead. And Tuco's like, wow, thanks, man. That was great. And he goes for the gun, Chad. But oh no, Clint Eastwood steps is like, you're not gonna want to pick that up now, there, are you? And oh no, shit. We cut to the town, Chad. And Tuco, he is on the back of another pony, Chad. And he's like, you son of a bitch, Blondie. Your mother's a whore. She smells of elderberries. He's very mad at Clint Eastwood, but he's all ignoring this. He's getting the town. People are like, oh my God, what a disgusting man. And, fucking the town deputies, they throw Tuco on the ground, and Clint Eastwood, he collects his money, chat, and he goes ahead and he rides off. And now it's Tuco's execution, chat. And he was worth $2,000, and now we got to kill him. A very pricey death sentence, chat. And so they got him on a horse. They got him on a horse, chat, got the noose around his neck, and they're going to smack the shit out of that horse's ass, and he's going to go ahead. He's going to go off into the goddamn night, literally, and die. It's not great. reading down all of his various crimes he's committed throughout his entire life, chat. He's ignoring all of it, chat. He's fucking with the crowd, too. He doesn't give a shit. But all of a sudden, chat, we see in a barn, not yards away, chat, Clint Eastwood is like, he's there to witness the execution of Tuco. It's like, why? He didn't seem not to care about him, chat. But oh no, he has pulled out a rifle. And he is taking aim at the noose itself, chat. And so as soon as they fucking slap the shit out of that horse's ass, chat, Clint Eastwood, he goes ahead and shoots that goddamn noose, freeing Tuco, chat. Shoots it, severs it, and he blows the fucking cowboy hats out of all the townsfolk, chat. Doesn't kill anybody, chat. And Tuco, he rides off, chat, into the night alive. And fucking Clint Eastwood, he jumps on a goddamn carriage of a couple of horses on, and he takes off too. It's like, oh my God, this was a scheme, chat. It was a scam. And then we see Clint Eastwood and Tuco, and they're splitting the money, chat, $1,000 each. It's like, oh, boy, what a fucking operation they have going on here, chat. But Tuco, now, he's a little greedy son of a bitch. He's a little greedy rat son of a bitch, chat. And he's like, listen, Blondie, you know, I know you're the guy that shoots, and I'm the guy that's always getting hung, though, you know. The thing is, you know, hanging from there, that's a lot on me. I'm risking my neck. I think I should be paid a little more for the next job. And Clint Eastwood, great fucking line. You know, he's like, oh, that's true, but I know, if I'm paid a little less next time, my aim might be not as good. it might be a little less accurate too. Tuco goes, that's funny, Blondie. That's very funny. And so eventually, chat, we cut back. We cut back to Blondie, chat, and Tuco. Now we're $3,000, chat. And then when they went ahead and collected that bounty. And so Clint Eastwood, he's waiting to shoot Tuco at the moment. He's getting lining up this goddamn shot. But meanwhile, this is all happening, chat. Fucking goddamn Lee Van Cleef is here too, chat. He's watching this as well. He's getting some information. He's approached, chat, by an ex-Confederate soldier who has some information for him about Mr. Bill Carson, or as I call him, Chad, Bill Carter, Mr. Carter, as he is also known in some circles. Chad, people don't know. Is it Carson Carter? Who knows? I don't know. And so the guy tells us, like, listen, this guy apparently is going to Santa Ana through the evil desert of death. And that's where he's apparently shipping some crazy shit, something that's very valuable. And Lee Van Cleef is like, here you go, no legs. And he fucking gives him a coin, Chad. And that guy drinks his woes away in the bar. And then he hops in the carriage. And one of these ladies is saying, I'm so glad they caught that goddamn Tuco. And, you know, Lee Van Cleef, he's looking at Tuco, and he looks right at fucking Clint Eastwood, Chad. He says, a guy like that might have a guardian angel. She goes, what the fuck are you talking about? And he's like, yeah, even the worst individuals, they can have someone looking over them, watching their back the entire time. He gets in his goddamn carriage, and he takes off, Chad. Meanwhile, they read all the goddamn rights of Tuco. You know, they're just about to slap that horse's ass. Clint Eastwood, he lines up the shot, chat. Ba-boom! They slap that horse's ass. Clint Eastwood, he fires, misses. Fucking misses the shot, shoots again, misses. And Clint Eastwood's like, oh! He's choking to death. It's not great. He gets on the third goddamn shot, chat. And Tuco, he just like, oh, fuck. He just takes off running. It's like, Blondie, you son of a bitch, come and get me. Blondie grabs him, chat, puts him on the horse. And they ride out. They ride out in the goddamn desert, chat. And fucking Tuco is mad. He's just like, all that fucking bullshit. It's like, I'm up there risking my ass. I felt it was like if the devil. See, you never went up there, Blondie. You never had a fucking noose around your neck, okay? Well, I had the noose around my neck, and I felt it. Feels like the devil biting on my ass right now. And, you know, Clint Eastwood's like, he stops the horse. He goes, you know what? You're right. You're absolutely right. You can go ahead and get down. And Tuco's like, well, what's happening? He's like, I think our partnership has come to a close. I think it's at an end, my friend. And, you know, I think, you know, you're never going to be worth more than $3,000. And Tuco's like, what do you mean? What are you talking about? He's like, what I'm talking about is I just don't see us working together anymore. This is how we're going to split it this time, okay? I'm going to keep the $3,000, and you can go ahead and keep that noose you can't stop fucking talking about. And Tuco's like, you fucking son of a bitch, you can't leave me out here. Bonnie's just like, yeah, I can. And he fucking rides off. Tuco's like, no, cut me loose. Cut me loose. He's just, Blondie, you pig son of a bitch. And Blondie, he stops his host momentarily, chat, probably like nearly a mile away. And he goes, saying all that, after all the times I've saved you. And then, chat, we have it there, The Good. Introducing The Good, chat. We're about 30 minutes in the movie at this point. But even the good guy, even the quote-unquote good guy, the white hat, chat, kind of an asshole, fucking with a lot of people, and I like that. Oh. Crispy Computer Fish, welcome to stream. Hope you're doing very well. Good to see so many people in here right now. In case I missed you before, welcome. Hope your Friday evening is treating you very, very well. Hope you're enjoying my review of the good, the bad, and the ugly so far, chat. We've been introduced to the ugly, Tuco, the bad, Lee Van Cleef, also known as Angel Eyes Chat, and the good in a weird opposite order for whatever reason. As Blondie, as Clint Eastwood himself. So, chat, we cut to good old Tuco, chat, and things aren't going well for him, chat. Clint Eastwood did mention that, well, this next town's 70 miles away, and it looks like you got some gumption. if you hold your breath long enough, if you have enough life left in those lungs of yours, I'm sure you'll make it. I'm sure you'll be A-okay. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. And Tuco, he eventually does get in the town, chat, but he is goddamn exhausted. He's just like, oh, Jesus Christ. Where he just goes to the first trough of water he sees, chat, the trough of the horses, and he just starts drinking all that shit. It's like, oh, it's filled with goddamn horse snot, chat. It has a layer of horse snot, chat. He's just, give me all of it. Just eating all the horse snot, chat. He needs something. And eventually he comes to, and the town is pretty much dead, chat. I guess it's, I don't know, it's, even though it looks like it's fucking midday, everyone's taking a siesta. Everyone's taking a siesta right now, chat. And he says, oh, there's a fucking gun store with it. I'm going to go over to the goddamn gun store. That's where I'm going to go. And so he waddles over there, chat. It's closed, and he starts knocking. And this old guy, he comes in, is like, this Wilford, this sad-looking Wilford Brimley motherfucker greets him, chat. And Tuco's like, I need to buy a gun. The guy goes, we don't open for like another 3 hours or whatever. He's like, I need a gun. You guys, well, sure, of course. I always want to help a customer. And he goes in there and he shows off some revolvers, chat, and everything. Tuco's looking at all this shit. He's like, smells like, he's like, and he fucking he throws them on the ground. He's like, I don't like any of these. And he guys says, oh, don't worry, sir, don't worry. I keep my best models over here. And he goes behind the counter, chat, and he's like, here's a Colt, and here's a revolver, and Smith & Wesson. And Tuco goes, that's enough, okay. And then the great scene, by the way, he starts just looking at all the guns and just starts taking them apart, because he wants to, like, customize it. He's like in an RPG right now, chat, I love it. And he's like, make sure, like, it's good clicking noise, okay, it's a nice barrel, very nice barrel. It's good shit. And he comes up with his own goddamn pistol. He's like, oh, look at this. See, this is a good one. Cartridges. He's like, oh, sure, I'll give you bullets. Okay. And he gives him the bullets and everything and starts putting them in there. He's like, and the guy goes, I have a range and back if you want to check it out. And, Tuco's like, yes, I'll check it out. And the guy's like, I get the fuck out of here and get to the sheriff. And Tuco's like, no. You go back there too. He's like, shit. And so they go back there, chat, and they have some targets for him, chat. Native Americans, which I'm like, ooh, that's a little racist. Just killing Native Americans, I guess. And Tuco, he just starts boom, 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 fires easily, chat, spins them, and then he fucking shoots all 3, chat, fans again. And 2 of them just split in goddamn half because of how he hit him, chat. But the one last Native American, chat, is standing tall. And fucking Sad Wilford Brimley's just like, you're not as good as you think you are. Tuco's like, and he goes, bah! And he slams his foot on the ground, chat, and the fucking Indian, he falls down too. And the goddamn Tuco, he grabs the fucking giant jug of whiskey and just starts drinking. And he eventually goes back inside the the gun store, just taking shit. He takes a goddamn sombrero, says, like, I like this, takes some more stuff, and, gets a little drawstring for his gun so it doesn't, fall from it. In case it does fall out, it's going to be connected to the string. And, Tuco's going, how much? And the guy, Sad Wilford Brimley's just like, that'll be $20, sir. So $20 for a fucking revolver, chat? Jesus Christ, it's not fucking bad. And Tuco's just like, oh, no. How much is in there? And the guy goes, $20? He goes, I don't think that's right. $50? He starts fucking, he cocks the goddamn gun. He goes, 100? I don't think so. He goes, it's 200. 200's all I have. He's like, okay, I'll take it. He fucking takes it, chat. But he does do one nice thing. He's like, the whiskey's like, okay, you can have the rest of it. I'm sorry, you can have that. And she's walking out, and he sees that the be open, be closed sign is hanging on right there. He goes, Here, come here. He's like, oh, God, man. He fucking Sad Wilford Brimley. He waddles up there, and Tuco goes, and the guy goes, and he fucking shoves the goddamn sign in his face. He's like, pleasure doing business with you. And he fucking leaves, shit. He skedaddles. He gets out of there. Eventually, ooh, thank you. Darkslayer for the 5 days. At least he left him the drink. I know that was kind of him, right? To drown his sorrows of all of his shit just being stolen and ruined. And it was pretty bad for him. Eventually, chat. Tuco, he goes down this. There are extra scenes in the director's cut. There's actually a lot of extra scenes in the director's cut. In order to, like, now he wants to get revenge on Blondie, right? And so he actually goes to this cave where apparently a lot of his banditos, his former partners in crime chat, live. And he goes to them, and he's like, I want to kill the shit out of Clint Eastwood. You guys want to help me? And they go, yeah, I brought a chicken. And they're like, we love chickens, Tuco. And they eat the chicken, chat. They're all about that. And eventually, chat, we do indeed cut to a new town. It's a new goddamn town, chat, and apparently the Confederates, chat, the Southerners, they're being run out of town, chat, from the goddamn Yankees, the Northerners, the Union, chat, and this one hotel operator, chat, he can't fucking wait for it, because these guys, they've been able to pay us with their fake Confederate paper money. It's bullshit. These goddamn jabronis can't wait till they get the fuck out of here. It's like, yeah, praise Dixie, yeah, and all of a sudden, chat, he hears the cock of a goddamn gun behind his ear, and I'm pressing on him, chat, pressing the barrel of a revolver. And he goes, oh, shit. And who's pressing that gun against him, chat? Tuco. Tuco is like, I noticed outside of your establishment, there's a very particular horse. The man who rides that fucking horse, what room is he in? And he goes, I don't know. And the woman's like, he doesn't know. He's like, shut up. I didn't ask you. Shut up. And he goes, he's in I don't know what the fucking, he's in room 2 or something. He's in room 2 on the 2nd floor. And Tuco goes, all right, boys, go ahead and get him. You heard him. And so they go up there, chat. Meanwhile, cut back to the bedroom where Blondie, chat, Clint Eastwood, he's busy cleaning out his pistol, chat, making that sure that thing is slick. It's very slick, well-oiled, chat. Got all the bullets all laid out. Meanwhile, outside, chat, because the fucking Southerners are retreating, it's a big fucking racket. There's a ton of noise. You can barely hear yourself think. And it's like, oh, it's the perfect cover for Tuco's banditos to get the surprise, get the jump on Clint Eastwood, chat. And so, as they're walking up, they're creeping up there to get to goddamn room 2, Chad. They're just about at the door, Chad. But then all the guys outside is like, stand attention, and everyone stops moving. And then fucking Clint Eastwood, he hears the click of the spurs, Chad. Spurs are used to get the horse going. He goes, wait, wait a minute, what is that? And he's like, ah, shit, someone's trying to come in my room. He goes, oh, fuck. And he starts putting the gun together as fast as fucking possible. Before then, the troops start up, and the guys in the banditos, they start to open the door, chat. But by the time they open that goddamn door, he pulls out his fucking revolver and boom, 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 fans him, chat. Bang, bang, bang. He just started blasting. He just starts blasting them all, chat. And the one last guy's alive. He's like holding on the doorknob, just going, oh, oh. And Cleese, I love badass line. He just walks up to him and he goes, it was your spurs. Boom! And shoots him in the goddamn head, Chad. He's dead. He's like, that is that. But oh no, Chad, he hears the click of a gun behind him. He looks behind him, Chad. It's Tuco! And Cleese is like, God damn it. Tuco's like, yeah. Some guys take the door, others take the fucking window. And he's like, hey, Blondie, you see this? See what I have right here? Remember this? And it's like, that looks like a noose. It is a noose. You can't see, Blondie. Guess what? Now you're going to wear it. And he fucking throws the noose to Clint Eastwood. He says, go ahead and put that over that fucking piece of wood up there. Over that a goddamn piece of wood, you know, that for the foundation. And so Clint Eastwood, he throws it over there and make sure it's nice and tight. Blondie makes it nice and tight. Now put your goddamn head through it, and also, you know, get on top of that little fucking stool there and put your head through it. And so he gets on top of that goddamn stool, chat. And you know, Blondie's like, what are you gonna do? He's like, oh, it's the thing is, you know, I could be much like you and shoot the rope. I could be the one that cuts, but nah, I don't think I'm going to do that. I'm going to be the one that shoots the goddamn legs out under that stool and watch you fucking choke to death. And he references something like, now you can hear all the cannon fire outside. And he's like, oh, Blondie, I remember. See, I'm partial to the Bible, certain stories. And even Judas, a storm was brewing behind him. And Cleese was going, yeah, that's some fucking cannon fire, dude. And it's like, same difference. Now get ready to die, Clint Eastwood. And right before he's about to shoot out the leg shot, ba-boom, a big old cannonball comes crashing the fucking hotel. And Tuco, he falls to the next goddamn floor. He's like, what the fuck? He's just like, oh, I'm okay. But then he looks up, chat, and fucking Clint Eastwood is gone, Chad. He's disappeared. Pulled a goddamn Batman. He's like, Tuco's like, God damn it. He's gone. And he took his horse out with him, too. Meanwhile, chat, we cut back to Lee Van Cleef, and he's doing evil shit. He's doing a lot of evil shit. Actually, not as evil as you expect. In the director's cut, they do a lot. They cut out a lot of Lee Van Cleef's scenes, and one in particular, he goes to the location that Bill Carson, or as I call him, chat, Bill Carter, originated from, where he thinks he might find the cache of gold, chat. And what they find is a fort that's basically been abandoned. Where, you had all those retreating Southerners, chat, they couldn't take any of their wounded with them. So these guys are just fucking waiting there to goddamn die, literally eating corn cobs, chat. Not corn on the cob, no, cobs. That's what they're eating, chat. I guess fried cobs, is that a food? Is that a food? Can you eat the cob? I don't know. Apparently this movie says you can. No one seems happy about it. And he's walking through all these hallways of all these soldiers have their fucking legs blasted off. And he almost, I don't know, I read it, chat, because it's a rare thing, rare scene in the movie, because typically in the theatrical release it wasn't there. When it's shown on television, it's not there. But for the director's cut, it's there. He actually has some sympathy. Like, he even, it's subtle, he goes, like, just that. He's just, like, looking at all this. Eventually, he goes to one of the guys who is, I guess, in charge. He's the corn cob guy. He makes the cob food. And the guy's just like, yeah, those fuckers took off. We're just waiting here to be captured by the goddamn Union Army. And, he's just pissed. And Angel Eyes, he gives him his bottle of whiskey, chat, pretty big bottle. Just hands it to him. The guy's like, oh, shit, thanks, man. He starts drinking and everything. And he's like, hey, do you know Bill Carson, a Captain Bill Carson? And he goes, yeah, he took off a while ago. Took about like a couple of days ago. Yeah, I'm not sure what he was doing or what direction he was going in, but he left here and he's like, hey, thanks for the whiskey. Oh no, he said he went out to the desert. He went to the Badlands Desert, chat. And he's like, hey, thanks for the drink. And Lee Van Cleef's like, keep it. And he walks off. He's like, I was kind of shocked at that scene that actually shows some semblance of humanity in him, chat, because in the theatrical version of the film, he's just a straight bastard throughout the entire movie. Like, he has very little sympathy. So for that, I was kind of shocked by that. But yeah, that's the moral complexity of these characters. A lot of them do really shitty things to each other and other people. I guess Clint Eastwood is just the best of them. He's the best of them, I suppose. Yeah, I don't know. It's you could honestly, Lee Van Cleef's character and Clint Eastwood's character could have been interchangeable in the movie based on some of the things they do. I guess Clint Eastwood's just a little bit nicer to certain people. Eventually, chat, we cut back to Clint Eastwood. Clint Eastwood, chat, and he's on a goddamn grassy knoll, chat, a grassy knoll. And he has another guy, he's looking at another guy who's on a fucking horseshoe with a noose around his neck. He's still doing the same operation, no longer with Tuco, chat, with a new person. He's about to shoot this guy off and cut that goddamn rope, but then who comes up behind him, chat? Tuco's there. And Tuco says, I found you again, Blondie. Clint Eastwood's like, God damn it. Can I help my friend there? And Tuco's like, no. He goes, oh, shit. Oh, that's not good. And so they just watch this fucking guy die, chat. And Clint Eastwood's like, sorry, Shorty. I'm sorry, my friend. And Tuco's like, all right, let's have some goddamn fun. How about that? And so at this point, Tuco, he's just there to make Clint Eastwood's life miserable, chat. Pretty much torture him to death in the worst way. It's like, we're gonna go out into the fucking Badlands Desert where all the armies are avoiding, because they're all avoiding it because they know it's a fucking death trap. Anyone who would go out there without any water or supplies would be dead. Would be dead by the sheer heat and just exposure. And that's what I'm gonna do to you, Blondie. That's what I'm gonna take you like a goddamn dog. So they walk out there, Jay. Fucking doesn't have him on horseback or anything. Tuco, he's had all this food, all this water. Clint Eastwood's like, I'm thirsty. He tries to drink some of his water. Tuco shoots out of his goddamn hand, blasts it. He's like, there you go, Blondie. You had a little too much stuff, to carry. I've lightened your load. And they continue to walk out in the desert, chat, for hours, if not. Who knows how long? I guess it must have been, 24 hours at the very least. And at this point, Clint Eastwood's face has gotten even more scrunched. You think Clint Eastwood's already very scrunched face? It's gotten, super scrunched because all the moisture has been sucked out of his pores, chat. He's not looking good. Looking like a giant scab over his face. And Tuco, he's just fuck with him because at one point, Clint Eastwood, he hears water. He's like, water. And Tuco's just has given himself a fucking foot bath. Like the goddamn foot water. He's like, hey, Blondie, you want some foot water? He's like, I want some foot water real bad. He fucking crawls over to him. Foot water. And Tuco, he's eating some goddamn meat. I don't know what it is. Some kind of a cured meat, maybe. Smoked meat. He's like, yeah, come on, Blondie, come on, you can do it, you can do it. And Khaleesi's just like, foot water. And then Tuco fucking kicks it over, and Blondie's like, no, my foot water. He was so sad about that. He wanted the foot water, Chad. He was desperate for it. So, Khaleesi, he's fucking near death at this point. He just goes off, Chad. He's just like, all right, bye, Blondie, see you later. And Tuco's just looking at him, just, out of his goddamn mind due to exposure, Chad, due to a lack of hydration. But then he sees over the horizon, Chad, a goddamn random carriage. A random carriage just with these horses out of control. And Tuco's like, what the fuck is that? And he rides down there, Chad, gets off his horse, and then, he manages to stop the carriage. He's like, whoa, 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 whoa. He stops the ponies, chat. I said, what the fuck? There's no rider on any of them, chat. No carriage driver. And he goes in the back of the carriage, opens that fucking sucker up, chat. And what does he see? Dead people. A whole bunch of dead people, chat. So maybe, yeah, basically, the good and the bad could have been swapped. A lot of people have said that. Yeah, really. Yeah, it really is. Yeah, no, yeah, good. Yeah, good notice that, sir, maybe. It's pretty cool. So... He starts just to fucking grave rob these guys. This is like, I don't give a shit. He just starts taking all their shit, all their money, Chad. Gets one of their gold teeth. Has a fucking snuff box. She has it's good cocaine. But then he notices, Chad, he hears something moving the carriage. Like he's fucking walking off. Oh, yeah. But he notices, like, there's a noise coming. He's like, oh, shit. And he pulls out his gun, Chad. And there's a figure. He's like, This guy's have an eye patch, Chad. He's just like, help me. Water. And the guy, Tuco's like, why should I give you fucking water? It's because 200,000 in gold. I know where 200,000 in gold is. Tuco's like, where is this 200,000 gold? I need water. He's like, no, you can tell me where it is now, and then you get your water. He's like, it's a graveyard. It's a graveyard. He names the location of where this graveyard is, chat. So he knows that, like, Tuco knows the name of the graveyard, and he knows the place where it's located at. And Tuco's like, what's the name on the grave? What's the number? He's like, it's not a number, it's a name. What's the name? The guy goes, he's like, oh shit, don't die. I'm gonna get you some water. He runs back to his horse shit, he gets the water, and he's waddling back, but he notices like, well, he sees that fucking Cleesewood's managed to get to the guy. How did Cleesewood get to the fucking carriage that quickly? And he's hanging out there. He goes, hey! He runs over. He's like, get off the carriage. He fucking kicks him, kicks him in the face, chat. You motherfuck you. And he goes to check on the guy, and he's fucking dead. And we learned that this guy, chat, this individual that Tuco was talking to, was fucking Bill Carson, chat. Bill Carter himself. And Tuco's like, you son of a bitch, I should kill you right here. And then Clint Eastwood's like, if you kill me, you'll always be poor. And he's like, what the fuck you talking about? He told me the name on the grave. And I love it. I'm like holding a cigar like he has one, but I always expect him to have one. And she goes like, fuck. Blondie, tell me the name on the grave. And fucking Cleese was like, fuck you. He just starts to die. And then great. So much comedy comes from Eli Wallach's performance. He's like, no, Blondie, come here. Come here, Blondie. He's like, oh, you're my friend. I'm your friend. You need to die. I have water here. He starts rubbing his chest like it's fucking Vicks Vapor Rub. He's like, no, don't drink it. It's bad. It's foot water. Don't do that. He's like, oh, shit. He's like, oh, God, what am I going to do? This is so bad. And so he takes over the carriage, chat, and he's basically, he dresses as a Confederate soldier because he knows there's a Confederate base nearby. And so now him and Clint Eastwood are impersonating Confederate soldiers. So he rides up to this goddamn base, basically says, I got a really sick guy right here. He's super sick. And the guy goes, you got to take him to the monastery. And Tuco's just like, wait, the monastery? And he's like, oh, shit. Oh, no. Because this particular monastery, chat, his brother is a priest there. And he hasn't seen his brother in quite some time. But of course, Tuco's brother would help him no matter how long he hasn't seen him for. And so he rolls up there, Chad. Brother's nowhere to be seen. Brother's not there. But the fucking monks, they start taking care of good old Clint Eastwood, Chad. And Eli Wallach, he's like, he's doing okay. Did he say anything? Is he doing okay in there? He's fucking always so like mock concern, Chad, faux concern. Eventually, the brothers, they leave after helping Clint Eastwood, feeding him, bathing him, making sure that he's well-watered, chat. He's hydrated. Eventually, Tuco goes in there, and he sees fucking Blondie. Tuco's just like, I got to get that fucking name, okay? I know where the place is. I know the graveyard. If I get that name, I can get over there. I can get that 200,000 gold. I won't be a poor fucking street rat anymore. And Blondie kind of comes to. He's like, Tuco. And he's like, oh, Blondie, it's terrible. It's so bad. They did everything they could for you, man, but it looks like you don't have a lot of time. And they said that they couldn't do anything more for you. You're going to die. And you're like, hey, listen, If I was in your shoes right now, if I was in this bed right now, I would say what the name on the grave was. Okay, I would do that. I would do that for my friends, okay, because we're friends. We're friends. We're friends. We all torture each other. That's what we do. It's a joke. It's a joke, Blondie. And Cleese was like, come closer. Come closer. And Duke goes like, oh, fuck, yeah, sure. He's like, oh, yeah. Blondie's like, the name on the grave. I'll tell you. He's like, oh, hell yeah. He's like, what is it? And Cleesewood grabs his fucking bedpan and boom. Hits him with a whole bunch of piss and shit. He was like, ah! He's so fucking pissed. He was like, God damn it. Fuck you, Blondie. And he fucking leaves. So, the Valitos, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing very well. Good to see you. Oh. So good, man. Chris, I am doing very well tonight. Tuco's great. Like, Eli Wallach probably is the best character in the movie. Like, you know, Lee Van Cleef and Clint Eastwood are great, but when it comes to just the amount of personality that Tuco has, it's an amazing performance. It's an amazing performance. It's just a joke, bro. It's just a joke. I just tried to kill you as a joke. Funny, right? So he's pissed. Eventually, Clint Eastwood, he starts to recover, Chad. He's well enough to travel. But then Tuco's brother appears, Chad. He's finally come home, and Tuco's like, my brother. But Tuco's brother's like, he does not want to see him at all. He's just like, oh, this fucking guy. And he's like, how long has it been? The brothers goes, 9 goddamn years. It's been 9 goddamn years. Tuco's like, well, 9 years? Whew, that's 9 years. Hey, how's mom? How's the puppy? How's our puppy doing? He's like, he's fucking dead, dude. He's like, oh no. He's like, mom's been dead for years. Mom's been dead a very long time, and dad, or was it mom is the opposite, Chad? Maybe it was like, no, I think dad's been dead for a long time, and now mom, she just died, and I just came back. And even though the fact that you abandoned them, even though you abandoned Tuco, was just like, hey, that hurts. And it's like they were still asking about you. They still wanted to see you. And he's just like, all right. And this is very interesting dynamic they establish here, Chad. Tuco says, okay, you think that your life is just so great. You were the best son. Maybe you were the better son. But I wasn't the one. I wasn't the one who left for fucking preschool at the age of goddamn 8 years old, okay? You took off, and it was just me and them, 11 or 12 years old, okay? And it didn't work out. It didn't work out, okay? And I chose the life of a bandit. You chose the life of the priest. But don't you start, saying that you were there for them the entire time, okay? I was there for them, and it just didn't happen. And the brother goes, nah, you're a piece of shit. Dude goes, and he fucking punches the shit out of his brother. He punches the shit on him, he fucking knocks over some shit. And Cleese was like, family dynamic is fucked up. He tells it out there, chat. And Tuco, he helps his brother out, and he goes, I tried. And he turns around, chat, and he's starting to leave. And his brother's like, Tuco. And Tuco kind of stops. He goes, and he fucking leaves, chat. So there's a lot of like an interesting dynamic between these two brothers. A lot of character. Like, Tuco has the best I don't know if you call it the character arc, but he gets kind of to have the most interactions with everybody in the cast, chat. Most of the time, Lee Van Cleef is, just kind of being evil and shit. And Clint was just kind of breathing, exhaling all of his dialogue. But Eli Wallach has a lot of quality scenes, and this is one of the best ones in the movie, chat, in my opinion. Don't look at me. I'm talking about one of my favorite westerns ever. One of my favorites as well, man. One of my favorite films of all time. No, of course. Happy to have you here, man. That's how good of an actor Eli Wallach is. Yup. He's talking for the longest time. I thought Eli Wallach was Mexican. Yeah, no, he's actually Jewish, funny enough. Yeah, he's not Mexican at all. People are like, oh, shit, you're not Jewish? Or not Mexican? It was crazy. Actually, it's funny. Like, a majority of the cast is not Mexican. It's Italians playing Mexicans or Hispanic people. Eventually, Clint Eastwood and Tuco, they get back in the carriage, and they're like, okay, we're going to go to the, Clint Eastwood knows the name of the grave. Tuco, he's like, I'm going to head in that direction to the town and graveyard. It's like, great. And so they're going on there, and you can tell there's some tension between them, obviously. But even Clint Eastwood's just like, so what happened there with your brother? And Tuco goes, oh, my brother, he's the best. He runs this place. He's the salt of the earth. Love that guy. Love him. I love him. Let's keep going. And they fucking run off, chat. Eventually, they've been traveling a good long while, and they notice something come up ahead of them. They're like, oh, shit, all these, like this, it looks like an army channel, like a platoon of soldiers, quite a big one, a big fucking one. And they're like, oh, my God, Confederate soldiers, and they're dressed as Confederate Unions, like, praise the Confederacy, down with the Union, that Abraham Lincoln, he's a piece of shit. And Clint Eastwood's like, stop talking, please stop talking. And he was like, wow, here they are. And they fucking run up on them, they're like, oh shit. And they notice, chat, these soldiers just have a very thick coating of dust on them, and they start brushing off the dust, chat, and it's blue underneath, and they go, oh fuck, it's the Union. Oh man. Clint Eastwood was super brooding. Agreed, summer baby. So good, man, you should talk about a movie called Hell in the Pacific, a really good deserted island movie. Ooh, starring Toshiro Mifune and Lee Martin. I never heard of that film. Sounds cool. You want to add to the poll later? Sturgato. Hello, what you think about hedgehogs? I have no prejudice for my nickname, please. I don't have any prejudice towards your nickname with the BDSM. Not at all, man. No. The thing is, this is not a kink shaming stream, okay? Chat, tell them. We do not kink shame on this stream at all, chat. Matter of fact, we embrace those kinks. Chat. And we talk about them. It's very, very fun. And so, Clint Eastwood and Tuco's, he fucked up, and they're led to a goddamn prison camp. Matter of fact, it's the worst prison camp ever, run by some crazy guy who just got there, chat, constantly torturing all the people. And you're seeing all these Confederate soldiers just looking like, I mean, we may have joined the wrong side. I don't think this is going well for us. Eventually, though, chat, we cut to the general's lodging, chat. The general, he's not long for this world, chat. He got shot in the fucking leg, and the gangrene is taking it. It's taking it. But he has some issues with how the camp is being run, chat. And who's he fucking talking to? The sergeant, chat, of the camp, Lee Van Cleef. He somehow bamboozled his way into the Union Army. And the goddamn general's saying, for as long as I live, and I'm still alive here, maybe I don't have a lot of time left, okay, you will not torture these soldiers. Lee Van Cleef's like, listen, man, you hear about these other fucking prison camps and retreats? Like, I don't care about those other prison camps, okay? What the Confederates are doing to us, all right? This is how we run this place, how I want it run. And so help me God, for as long as I'm alive, I'm going to make sure that any officer, he's pointing right at Lee Van Cleef, that any officer who tortured any soldier or civilian will be fucking court-martialed and thrown in jail. And Lee Van Cleef is like, totally understood, sir. For as long as you're alive. And he goes, whoa! Bow, 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 bow. What a fucking line to go out on, chat. he walks out. And Lee Van Cleef, he's got a big fat guy. He's got like a big muscular, we're going to call him Mr. Tubbs, chat. He has a Mr. Tubbs. He's responsible for interrogating some of the prisoners. And he notices Lee Van Cleef, he spots fucking Tuco. He spots Tuco, and he spots Clint Eastwood. He goes, I fucking know these two. And it's like, this can't be a goddamn coincidence. There's absolutely more to this. And he's like, let's go ahead and talk to Tuco. So he fucking gets Tuco, come here. And they get Tuco's like, oh shit, Angel Eyes. It's been a while. You're not here to collect the bounty. I was like, nah, man, you're good. You're good. I don't collect bounties on my friends. He goes, have some food. And he offers him some fucking weird spinach soup or something. She eats the spinach pepper soup. And she wants some bread. He's like, yeah, bread's great. I love bread. He's like, yeah, right? Yeah, bread's really good. So what are you doing out here? What do you join the Confederacy? He's just like, I'm just passionate about the cause. Yeah, passionate about the cause. Sure, slavery and all that. Yeah, I get you. What are you doing with Clint Eastwood? And he goes, partners in crime. You know us. He goes, yeah. Hey, I noticed something. When we took your effects, I saw that there's a name engraved on some of the things that you own. It has the name of Bill Carson. Does that name mean anything to you? Tuco's like, Bill Carson? No, never heard of him. He said, just give us these uniforms, man. I mean, hey, you fucking drop dead. He's like, hey, we can't make another uniform. Hey, you're the right size. Put you in there. He goes, yeah. This is weird because I've been looking for this Bill Carson for a while. And it's just so funny that you happen to have all of his shit. And Tuco's just like, yeah, man, I don't know, it's crazy, in the big wide world, but mysteries, right? Mysteries. And he goes, yeah. Hey, here's one of the things that you had, too. It's like his little snuff box. Would you like some cocaine? And Eli walks like, boy, would I. And he goes reaching for a cocaine, chat, and he fucking, clamps that goddamn clamshell shut, cuts his fucking tips of his fingers off. Just starts screaming. And then Mr. Tubbs enters the room, chat. Mr. Tubbs just starts beating the shit out of Eli Wallach, chat, over Tuco. I mean, fucking Eli Wallach, Tuco. He puts up a good fight, chat, tries to choke Mr. Tubbs. But Mr. Tubbs, he's too round. He's too thick. He's too muscular. And he starts just beating the shit. I mean, nearly knocks some of his teeth out, chat. It's actually a pretty violent scene. And, Angel Eyes, Lee Van Cleef is just like, how'd you get the goddamn stuff? How do you know Bill Carson? How do you know about all these things? Duke is like, I'm not going to tell you shit. He's like, okay, I know what this is all about. What's the name of the town? What's the name of the graveyard? Where's the shit I need to know? And leaving, Tuco's like, I'm not telling you shit. And he fucking Mr. Tubbs is beating the shit out of this guy. Eventually, this is like, oh shit, no. Mr. Tubbs starts to gouge out Tuco's eyes. And Tuco's like, ah! And he starts screaming. He's like, okay, I'll tell you, don't gouge out my eyes. And he goes, there it is, the eyes. You should always start with the eyes first. Always start with the eyes first. And he's like, tell me. Tells the name of the town. Tells the name of the grave. And he's like, great, what's the name on the grave? And he goes, I don't know. He's like, what? He's like, I don't know. No, only fucking Blondie knows. He heard it. I didn't hear it. And he's like, you know what, Tuco? I actually fucking believe you. Funny enough, I actually believe you. He's like, great. All right, send him out there. Push him out there, chat. And then, it's a great scene. Like, during the torture scene, they force the prisoners to play this very specific song as they're beating the shit out of all the people to, mask the screams of abject horror going on in the lodging chat. Those soldiers just crying, just crying, and she's like, play your goddamn fiddle. And they're playing the fiddle and shit, chat. Chose the wrong side, sorry. And so eventually they ask Clint Eastwood to come in. Clint Eastwood, he's walking in. Lee Van Cleef's like, hey, Clint Eastwood, Blondie, it's been so long. He's like, it's like we haven't seen each other since like the last movie. He's like, it's very true. He's like, here's a Union uniform. And he's like, why do I need this? And he goes, because you're coming with me. You're going with me. He's like, so what? I'm not going to get the same treatment as good old Tuco. And Lee Van Cleef just straight up asked him, like, these two guys respect each other, because they're pretty much the same character. One's just slightly more evil than the other one. Thank you, Austin, for the one bitty TGGIF. Thank God. TGGIF, I don't know what that one stands for. Now, if you mean TGIFF, thank God it's fucking Friday, then indeed, my friend. I should have been fucking with Mr. Tubbs. Exactly, Saul Goodman. Not Mr. Tubbs, chat. Not Mr. Tubbs. But at this point, chat, because Lee Van Cleef, he says, because Cleef would ask, you're not going to give me the same treatment you gave Tuco? And he goes, if I gave this same treatment, would you give me my answer? And Cleef goes, nope. And that's why I'm not treating you that way. So let's get the fuck out of here. He's like, what about Tuco? What about Tuco? And then we cut, chat, to Tuco, and he's being taken on a prison train, chat. He's being taken to the nearest town where he will then be imprisoned and later executed, chat. That's what's going to happen. And Mr. Tubbs, is just doing his goddamn job. And this one armless soldier is like, where are you taking this fucking piece of shit? He's like, he's worth a lot of money in the next town. And Tuco's just like, okay, I'm just fucking, God damn it, Windows, I've updated you. All right, you're updated. Stop messaging me your bullshit. And Tuco's just like, he's had enough. He's like, yeah, I'm worth a lot of money, worth $3,000. And he notices that he doesn't have an arm. He's like, hey, maybe you can sell your fucking missing arm for a penny. And Mr. Tubbs is like, don't talk about our veterans like that. And he starts punching Tuco. Starts punching him. And then Tuco's like, so help me God, if I get you on the goddamn ground, you're not getting up. And eventually they board the train, chat. On the front of the goddamn train is a Confederate soldier just like, I don't feel good. He's just on there just, oh, God. Oh, thank goddamn God it's Friday. Oh, you doubled up on the gods. All right, fair enough. Fair enough. I usually don't say that, but okay. So they board the train, chat, and Mr. Tubbs, because he is so large and girthy, he's got a lot of girth. Chat. He falls asleep naturally. And Tuco's like, I'm going to take advantage of the situation. And so he fucking opens the goddamn train car door, and he just fucking jumps out. And Mr. Tubbs goes, ah! And him and Mr. Tubbs, they jump out, chat. They jump out, and Tuco, he just starts fucking slamming Mr. Tubbs' head into the goddamn ground, chat, until that cracks like a melon. It's like if you took a melon, chat, and you crushed it between two thighs. That's what happens to Mr. Tubbs' head. And Tuco's just like, well, this isn't great. I have a giant fat man I'm connected to. How the fuck am I getting out of this? So he drags Mr. Tubbs. He drags Mr. Tubbs all the way up to the train tracks, chat, and puts him on the rails, basically puts him on there, and is waiting so they can cut the chain in between it, chat. He has to wait a good while. Then he's like, oh, shit, oh, there it is, because he felt it coming. And the train fucking rolls over Mr. Tubbs. You see this, dude. Great practical effects scene. Fucking cuts the chain off, and Mr. Tubbs is caught underneath the train, and it's just tearing his girthiness apart, chat. It's like, Jesus. And then Tuco, he jumps on the caboose, and he rides out, chat. Eventually, we cut back to Blondie, Clint Eastwood, and Lee Van Cleef, chat. They're sleeping. Oh, they're sleeping right next to each other. It's adorable, chat. But then Clint Eastwood, he sees someone coming. He goes, ba-boom, and he shoots the guy because he didn't make his presence known. You say hello, or you get the fuck out of Dodge. That's what you do. And Lee Van Cleef's like, oh, yeah, those guys are actually here to help us. He's like, oh, shit. And the rest of them walk out. And Clint Eastwood's counts 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, including Lee Van Cleef. And, then Clint Eastwood go, that's a lucky number. And Lee Van Cleef is, I thought 3 is a good number. He's like, well, I have 6 bullets. 6 for each of you. Lee Van Cleef's like, you're fucking funny. I love it. All right, let's go into town. And so eventually, chat, they go into town. They're scoping things out. Need to obtain, again, the goddamn map to get to the next area, but it's a fucking war zone. And it's the only way they're going to get through that, chat. The fucking Southern soldiers, they're leaving. Union's coming on in. It's a massacre, chat. It's a massacre. Meanwhile, Tuco, he's just like, I've arrived. I'm here. Despite everything, and I am super smelly. I reek, okay? It's like, Jesus Christ. I mean, I wasn't bathing before, but I'm disgusted by myself. When I just get a whiff, I start gagging. He's like, bath time. It's now Tuco's bath time, chat. So he goes into one of these bombed out fucking houses, chat, where he comes to a tube. Thank you, Osnick. Does Lee Van Cleef use his Master Ninja from Master Ninja and Master Ninja 2 and Master Ninja 3 from Mystery Science Theater 3000? He does not. He does not, though, but thank you for the 5 biddies. Appreciate that, good sir. So, Tuco starts making himself a bath. I guess there was bath water available, chat. I imagine the last lady of the house was taking a bath, chat, and she got blasted or something happened to her. And he's like, well, this is used bath water, but it's good enough for me. And he starts putting all these powdered soaps and perfumes, chat, and potions and concoctions and shampoo. He's like, I'm going to enjoy myself. But meanwhile, chat, a one-armed gunman spots Tuco. It's like, who is this guy? We realize, oh my God, it's the guy who tried to kill him in the very opening of the movie, and he's been seeking revenge against Tuco ever since. And so we cut to fucking Tuco, who's just playing it in his bathtub. He's like, he loves all the bubbles and shit. He's like doing little water tricks. He's like, I love this. This is great. Baths are fun. Meanwhile, chat, oh no, he is come upon by the one-armed gunman. And this guy goes, I've been waiting to see you again, Tuco, for so long. Tuco's just like, who are you again? And it's like, you don't remember me? Oh, I tried to get you and you took my arm. I've been learning to shoot with my right arm for 6 months. And he just goes on and monologuing. She has fucking monologuing. And it's like, prepare to, and boom, he gets shot. Because Tuco, for whatever reason, has his gun in the bathtub. It's his bath toy, chat. And we get my favorite line in the movie. If you're gonna shoot someone, shoot. Don't talk. It's great. It's so goddamn. After all that shit, it comes to such a tragic and comedic end for that afterthought of the character. It's brilliant. It's brilliant. Eventually, Tuco, he's smelling pretty good, chat. He's like, I feel pretty good. I feel refreshed. Chat. And he comes upon, but Clint Eastwood comes upon Tuco. And it's like, hey, Lee Van Cleef is like evil, right? I mean, I'm kind of the same. We're kind of on the same spectrum, but he's like a little more evil. And he's got like some guys with him, and that's like a big issue. I don't want to split the goddamn gold 7 ways. I don't want that, okay? It's not a good split in my opinion, okay? So you want to team up? And Tuco goes, I hate you, but okay. Sure, let's do it. Let's take down fucking Lee Van Cleef and his boys. Thank you, Dark for the 5 minis. That gun would jam in the water in it? Probably would. Yeah, that's why I was like, it's a funny scene, but it absolutely would. He shoot himself in the dick or something. He's like, ah! That's a hell of a fucking bath toy then, chat. A severed peen. And so then, chat, we get there are a lot of great action scenes in this movie. This is one of them, chat, where they go out into the town and they just start gunning all these guys down. Fucking Tuco and Clint Eastwood teaming up, chat, taking on all of Lee Van Cleef's boys. Felt like there was more than 6 at one point, but they took them all down, chat. And Lee Van Cleef is like, fuck, all right, I'm going to take off. I'm not going to fucking fight both of them. That's a big risk to me. And he takes off, chat. He's like, well, at least I know, because he finds out the name of the graveyard from. He's like, well, fuck this. This is too much work for me. So eventually, Tuco and Clint Eastwood were like, all right, let's go out get to the graveyard. But then, chat, because the goddamn war's going on, they come to an impasse right here. One side they're on is where the Union is, and the other side is the Confederacy, this Confederate army. And they've been fighting over this one goddamn bridge for weeks, if not months. It's like a war of attrition almost. And they constantly go at it like every other hour of the day. Man, I mean, there's so many fucking dead bodies, and you can smell the death in the air. And, Clint Eastwood and Tuco, they meet this Union captain who is just so disenfranchised with the war. He's actually a really cool character. But sadly, so many of the actors are dubbed over, but I still got the impact of what the actor was doing. Like, there's a lot of ADR in this movie. There's a shit ton, and they do because a lot of these actors were speaking Italian throughout, or what other language they were speaking, and they came in there and dubbed them. You can absolutely tell that's like this is not there. This is not them speaking the movie, but I still like the idea of this character as this just disaffected Union captain. And he's actually very comedic, and he's just like, well, we gotta do it for, God and country and all that. And he's like, I'm gonna go ahead and lead out my fucking troops to another battle. And he goes ahead and do that shit, and they fucking clash and everything. Meanwhile, there's a great scene, which kind of shows that, okay, Clint Eastwood's kind of better than Lee Van Cleef, where you have this one young Union soldier boy. He's like, I don't know, could be a teenager child, 15, 16 or whatever. Should not be fighting in the war in any capacity. And, he's basically dying, and, Clint Eastwood gives him some water, just starts giving some water, and he gives him a cigar and everything. He lights it, and he smokes it, and he's like smoking, and then Clint Eastwood turns his head because he hears like an explosion or something, and then he turns back, and the kid's dead, and he's like, shit. And then he's just like, fuck. All right. And then he's like, all right. We got to end this. We got to end this. And then the captain comes back, and he's fucking dying. He got shot to shit. He's not looking good. And he's like, I hate that fucking bridge. And Clint Eastwood goes, we're going to take care of it for you. We're going to take care of that bridge. Okay, so no one else has to die. And he's like, God damn, do it. And Tuco's like, excuse me, what the fuck are we doing? And Clint Eastwood's like, we're going to blow up a fucking bridge. Tuco's like, all right, let's do it. And so they grab a shit ton of dynamite, chat. And they go down into the ravine. They layer up the bridge, all the foundation with dynamite, chat. And they fucking lit that goddamn wick. And they run over there. It's great kind of comedic scene because Clint Eastwood's like being a badass, like hiding behind some sandbags. And like Tuco's doing like have his head in the sand with his fucking ass sticking up in the air. It's very funny. But the fucking bridge, ba-boom! Bridge goes up, chat, explosion. And that's like the last thing the captain hears, chat, before he eventually does pass away, before he does die. Apparently, the concussive force of the blast knocked out Tuco and Clint Eastwood, Chad. They're like, oh my God. And they come to, and both of the armies have left, Chad, because there's no point to fight anymore. The bridge was a strategic thing, and now it's gone. So they both left, Chad. So soldiers on both sides won't die. And so at this point, they're like, oh, great. Let's fucking go to the goddamn, graveyard. And so they're heading over to the graveyard, Chad. But Tuco, he pulls a fucking fast one on Clint Eastwood, Chad. He takes off. He takes off the goddamn horse. And Clint Eastwood's like, you fucking son of a bitch. And Clint Eastwood, he came prepared. He came prepared, chap, because Clint Eastwood has a cannon waiting and ready. And he takes a cigar. This one's for you, Tuco. And fucking lights it, and ba-boom! Fucking blows the shit out of. First of all, he kills the goddamn horse. It's kind of fucked up and knocks him out. But Tuco doesn't care. He's at the graveyard. And then we have the iconic, fucking, Ecstasy of Gold, chat, playing. It's an amazing scene. Him just like, fuck, where is it? Where is it? Just looking for it. Because Blondie tells him the name of the grave. Right before that happens, he fucking tells him the name, and he's like, yeah, I got it. And he's fucking, I'm just gonna go. And he takes off, chat. And he finally comes upon the grave. He's like, yes. Oh, it's right here. I found it. I got it. Yes, witness me. And he starts digging for it, like with his fucking fingers. And then goddamn Blondie comes over. He's like, hey, how you doing? He's like, oh, shit. And he fucking throws a shovel to Tuco. He's like, are you gonna help me? And he goes, listen, there are men who dig, and there are men who watch men who dig. and you're a man who fucking digs. And Tuco has to dig up all this goddamn gold, chat. And he fucking digs it all up, gets to the grave, opens it up, and it's filled with all the goddamn gold, chat. $200,000 worth of doubloons. A fucking massive fortune back in the day. What does fucking Clint Eastwood do with all that money? It's crazy. Meanwhile, chat, while this is all happening, Clint Eastwood, he comes upon a really fucking cool scene here. It might have happened either when he was at the cannon. I think it was at the cannon, actually. But you realize in this moment, when he's at the cannon, because he finds some clothes. And the clothes that he finds, chat, are the exact same clothes that he wears in the first two films of the Dollars trilogy, chat. The poncho, the hat, and everything else. And you realize, oh, shit! This isn't a chronological sequel to A Fistful of Dollars or A Few Dollars More, chat. This isn't matter in fact. People don't realize this. This is a prequel. Everything, this happens before the events of those films, chat. They pulled the fucking Temple of Doom on us with this. Except much better, in my opinion. Where this is the first, one of the first adventures of the Man with No Name, and then For a Few Dollars More and A Fistful of Dollars, this happens after that because he has the outfit and everything. It's like, oh shit, who would have thought, chat? That was I always loved that. It's a small thing, you would miss it, but I like it. And so fucking Tuco, he's oh, we got the money, Blondie. We got the money. But then who fucking walks up there, chat? Lee Van Cleef. He's like, you know who watches men who dig and men who watches men who dig? Men who watch both. And he goes, ha! And he gets the gun out. And then, chat, we have one of the greatest Mexican standoffs, chat, of all time. When you have three fucking gunfighters, chat, three or more gunfighters, and they just start walking in this giant fucking circle. Just have their goddamn pistols out, chat. And they're just scoping, walking in a goddamn circle, eyeing each other. And you have the ecstasy of gold just coming in there, chat, and eyeing each other. And, like, if I was Lee Van Cleef at this moment, it's like, I fucked these guys over so many times at this point, I think they're going to try to aim for me. So Lee Van Cleef, he's at a disadvantage. Like, if I was him, I'd be like, I'm just going to kill both of these motherfuckers far away. That's what he should have done. So he brought a lot of this on himself, chat. But when the fuck, great, I mean, you've seen this scene. If not, check this clip out online. It is absolutely brilliant. When even, because Ennio Morricone, or excuse me, Sergio Leone, he loves wide shots and super close-up shots. He loves to have that dichotomy, that stark difference. You see this wide shot, and then you right up in their fucking faces, and you see their eyes darting back and forth. You see the squint of Lee Van Cleef and Clint Eastwood, and the wide eyes of Eli Wallach, of Tuco, and to the music fucking crescendos. And goddamn, they both aim for Lee Van Cleef, and Clint Eastwood, he fucking shoots him. He shoots, he goes, Gah! Lee Van Cleef goes, Gah! And he fucking falls right into a grave. He's like, ugh, and he's dead. He's dead. It's like, perfect. And Tuco, he tries to fire too, but his gun, he's like, what the fuck? It's Jan. Fucking Clint Eastwood fucked with it while they were knocked out that one time. He goes, shit. And so they go over to the grave of all the gold in here, and Tuco's like, we get it, Blondie. It's ours. And fucking Clint Eastwood's like, He's like, what do you mean? He's just like, hey, remember that fucking noose you had around my neck last time? He goes, yeah, we're going to put your head around it too. And he fucking throws the noose. He's like, Blondie. He's like, go ahead and put that around that goddamn tree branch. And he goes, come on. You're my friend. We're friends. He's like, And he fucking gets up on one of those goddamn little crosses on a gravestone, puts around, make sure it's nice and tight, Tuco. And he goes, Blondie, please, Blondie. And he's like, oh God. And then he's like, all right, see you later. And Clint Eastwood, he takes probably the majority of the gold, chat. I think he takes like 2/3 of it, leaves a third for Tuco. And he's like, I'm taking my share. You have yours right there, Tuco. And he rides off. He's like, Blondie, please, Blondie. He's like, oh God. Oh, God, he's about to fall, chat, but when you see it from all the way, so far away, Clint Eastwood, he's like, what the hell? He takes out his rifle, chat, ba-boom, and he severs the goddamn rope one more time for Tuco. One more time. And he fucking falls down, chat, into his pile of gold, and, Tuco's just like, Blondie! I hate you, Blondie! You pig son of a bitch! And then it just rides out. You see, cut to Clint Eastwood, chat. He's riding out into the fucking... And then fucking the good, the bad, and the ugly, chat. There you go. That's the film. And to not goddamn no. Where then Clint Eastwood goes on to his further adventures in a fistful of dollars and A Few Dollars More. Chat, this is an amazing film. It is an epic of a Western. If you have not seen this, I highly, highly recommend checking it out. Absolutely incredible. Really no complaints. I mean, the pacing, I mean, to be fair, I could see the pacing can get on people's nerves because it's long. The uncut version, director's cut, is 2 hours and 58 minutes. That's the version that's available on Netflix right now with all the additional scenes. And so I could definitely see that. So, I mean, seeing the theatrical version is just as good. You get a little more context with some more of the characters in the director's version, but the theatrical cut is still great. It's still a great film. So, but yeah, overall, chat, yeah, I have no complaints, with maybe the exception of some of the pacing, but I've seen this movie so many times, it doesn't really bother me. This is the very definition, chat, of a better than sex film on the Double Toasted scale. Highly, highly recommended.